If you're out on a trip for more than a single night, especially with kids, the biggest struggle is staying clean and comfortable. And right now, in the middle of an Aussie winter, trying to wash up, brush your teeth, or do the dishes with freezing cold water is just miserable. Despite how critical hot water is to a good camping experience, most hot water systems out there don't make it easy enough. They're bulky, they need external power, additional mounts, and quite a bit of plumbing just to get going. Today, however, we're looking at one of the simplest systems I've come across. It is smaller than a jerry can, it has its own pump with a built-in battery, and gives you instant hot water with very little setup. What's up everybody, I'm Eamon and welcome back to Bush Business. Over the next few videos, I'm going to be covering some of the best off-grid hot water options available. So if that's something you're interested in, make sure you click that subscribe button for me. Today, however, we're going to be looking at the BougeRV portable instant hot water system. And to give you a quick idea of what this actually is, it is a compact gas water heater that requires no external power or separate plumbing. The internal lithium battery runs the included pump, so the whole system is completely standalone. All it takes to run is a small propane gas bottle and a bucket of water. The moment you press the valve on the shower head, it automatically fires up the burner and the pump instantly gives out hot water. This usability is the reason the BougeRV hot water system really stood out for me, and the reason why I'm including it in these reviews. It should be simple, compact, and easy to use. But before we talk about that, just a quick disclosure. This is not a paid review and this is not a sponsored video. BougeRV reached out to me asking me to test their solar panel, but I don't need any more solar panels. What I did need, however, is a hot water system, so I requested to try this hot water system instead, because I genuinely have a need for it. Despite already having a kick-ass hot water setup, I've never actually used it on a camping trip. It just isn't as plug and play as I had hoped, and it's been months and I still haven't managed to make it work with all the plumbing for the trailer. It's also too big and too hard to use for the Land Cruiser. Therefore, I'm reviewing an item that I genuinely needed, and my thoughts here are entirely my own. But if you do decide to grab this hot water system and you decide that's what you need, you can get a discount and support the channel at the same time by using the affiliate links and the discount codes provided. With that out of the way, let's get straight to business and see what you get for your money. Rather than doing a traditional unboxing, which is done already by many great reviews out there, I decided to see what this water system is like to actually carry and travel with. The first thing I noticed when I opened the box was just how small and compact the unit was. And it actually got me wondering, can it fit inside of my Frontrunner Wolfpack Pro tub? So I tried and it fit like a glove. This is a great win because the tubs are very convenient to use and they're going to protect the unit from damage on trips because I can strap them down in my canopy or trailer using ratchet straps, which is a massive difference when compared to the kick-ass water heater that takes up a considerable amount of space inside of my drawer. Everything you need fits nicely inside of the tub, and you get the unit itself, which is built from high quality plastic and aluminium, along with the user manual, the AC and DC chargers for the internal battery, and the gas regulator for those small green propane gas bottles. In Australia, you can buy these bottles from Bunnings or camping shops for about $12 each. And an interesting fact, in Australia and the USA, all LPG is pure propane, so you can retrofit this to work with your big gas bottle if you don't want to use the small green gas bottles. The inlet hose comes with the pump already attached, and the outlet hose has a very nice high quality shower head. They even include a magnetic shower head holder, which I absolutely love, and we'll talk about that more later on. Setting the system up is a very straightforward process. You start by connecting the gas regulator to your propane gas bottle and then onto the unit itself. You push the blue inlet hose into the blue quick fit connector until it clicks. You connect the shower head onto the red hose, and then you push the red hose into the red connector. Plug the pump's power lead into the heater, drop the pump into your water source, and you're done. The pump has a mesh filter so you can drop it straight into a bucket, a jerry can, or a natural water source. It does have one drawback, however, and I'm going to be talking about that later on. To turn the system on, just press the on button, press the pump button to turn the pump on, set your desired temperature using the plus and minus buttons, and as soon as you push the valve on the shower head, the system is going to start working and you're going to hear the gas light up. And in a few seconds, hot water is going to flow out. The maximum water temperature that can be selected is 48 degrees Celsius, which is just 2 degrees Celsius below the maximum legal limit of 50 degrees for hot water systems in Australia. And believe me, that is more than hot enough for anyone to have a shower. Water flow rate is a maximum of 3 liters per minute, which I think is perfect so you don't drain your jerry can or bucket in 2 minutes. Also, the shower head gives you fantastic pressure, it is very well built, and it has 3 different flow styles. The whole system is powered by the internal 4 amp hour lithium battery, giving you around 100 minutes of continuous runtime. You can also charge the system from the 12-volt DC adapter or the AC adapter that they give you as part of the package, giving you plenty of options to charge this unit at home and on the road. The whole system is also pretty light at just over 6 kilos, but the usability is really great. When you stop the water flow, the flame is going to shut off, saving your gas. But the moment you press the trigger again on the shower head, the flame auto reignites and you get hot water again. You can repeat this cycle as many times as you need while you scrub down or wash your dishes, as long as you don't leave the system paused for more than 2 minutes. If it sits for 2 minutes without water flowing, the pump is also going to shut off, and the flame is no longer going to reignite. Also keep in mind that when you pause your shower, the water in the system is going to cool down slightly. Not to the point of freezing you, as in my testing the whole system appears to be very well heated, but it's going to give you a lower temperature than your setting. If possible, I recommend to just aim the shower head back into the bucket for a few seconds to conserve water while it heats back up. From my thermal imaging, I can see that the water temperature remains very constant and steady. The system provides a very nice constant flow of hot water without any pulsing. To give you an idea of the temperature of the system, when I set it at 48 degrees Celsius, the water that was hitting my hand was at 42 degrees, which means very minimal losses. It also takes very little time to get to the maximum temperature, about 30 seconds in my initial use. I also really like the fact that it has IPX4 weather rating. It's comforting to know that this unit is relatively splash and rain resistant. And as part of my testing and filming for this video, I got caught in several heavy downpours. Despite getting relatively wet, the hot water system worked perfectly fine, which is fantastic to know if you need to have a shower in weather conditions beyond your control. It also has some other safety features. It has tilt protection, the system will turn off when the water runs out, it has a windproof design, and it automatically cuts off if it senses the water temperature exceeding 50 degrees Celsius to prevent burning. It's a very safe bit of kit. But my absolute favorite feature when it comes to using this system is actually the magnetic shower head holder. It might not sound like a massive deal, but I loved it and I think it's an absolute genius idea. The magnet is strong enough to comfortably hold the weight of the shower head and the hose, but it's covered with rubber so you can stick it straight to your car or trailer without scratching your paint. And it's not just limited to mounting on your car. The holder has a slot where you can hang it from a broken tree branch or a nail or really any steel surface. The heater itself also, despite being made out of aluminium, does have some steel inserts on both sides with the word shower printed on them, so you can snap the shower head holder directly onto the unit if you don't have anywhere to mount it. When you combine this usability with the compact size, this feature is what makes the BougeRV system special in my opinion. It's also usable beyond just having a shower at camp. In the middle of winter, having nice warm water in the morning to wash your face or brush your teeth is really nice. It makes washing greasy dishes much easier, and it's perfect for cleaning the kids when they inevitably get covered in sand or mud. The complete portability of the unit is also a huge advantage. Because it's so light and small and you don't need a 12-volt power cable running back to your vehicle for the pump, you're not tied to your campsite. You can grab the heater, a jerry can of water, and a green gas bottle and take it right down to the beach or the riverside for some tent camping or a picnic. Now let's go over what I like and don't like about the BougeRV hot water system, and who should really consider buying it. In terms of real-world performance, the unit did exactly what it should do. It is incredibly user-friendly, and honestly, it's significantly easier to use than the kick-ass hot water system. The massive standouts for me are the compact footprint, the easy setup, and the magnetic shower head. The system doesn't need to be mounted anywhere or have any additional stands. You can pretty much just sit it on a table or the ground. It isn't completely perfect though, and I do have some feedback. At the moment, this hot water system is designed to work with a bucket or a jerry can. I really wish I could plug it directly into the water tank for the Land Cruiser or trailer, but it's not designed to be used in that way. If that pump was inline or built into the hot water system as opposed to being at the end of the hose, I would have been able to use it with my tanks and it would have been nearly perfect. The other criticism was actually raised by Shane from Have a Crack in his own review of this unit. Mounting the gas bottle currently puts a lot of stress on the internal gas fitting, and if the unit tips over or gets bumped, that rigid connection is a serious weak point. A flexible gas hose would completely solve that problem. Even with these flaws, this is a great unit that I do recommend. It is ideal for any camper that needs quick, easy hot water, or people who need a portable system that they could swap between cars and trailers. Honestly, it's something I see being useful beyond just camping. Being able to get hot water at home in your backyard just to give the barbecue a clean, or the kids a clean so they don't get the house dirty, or if you have a swimming pool, you can wash the kids outside before they go back inside. It is a very nice idea. For what it costs and what it does, the value is undeniably there. It's not the kind of hot water system that you can plug directly to your camp kitchen or camper, or something that you can mount on the outside of your vehicle and drive around. But for the pure portability, for those who are always on the move, or for those who are limited on space, the BougeRV is very hard to beat. I would choose this over the kick-ass setup without a second thought. Before we do wrap this up, I want to hand it over to you. Let me know in the comments below, do you currently have a hot water system and how has it been performing for you? Also a reminder that if you are interested in the BougeRV system, use the affiliate links to grab a discount and support the channel. Finally, if you got some value out of today's review, please take a second to hit that like and subscribe button for me to show your support. Thank you for watching and I'll catch you in the next video.